Hello and welcome to Deluxe Galaga for the Amiga, and I should mention this is the 88 version. Now, when it comes to games for the Amiga, most people will of course be aware of the different publishers and developers and whatnot, but it would be extremely unfair not to remember the non-commercial part of the Amiga. Amiga games and demos and all that stuff. I suppose this game is not a non-commercial game because it was a shareware game, meaning of course that you could play a limited version of the game and then you could send a fee to the author and get a key so you could unlock the full version. But considering the fact that you could still play parts of this game without costing anything, the quality compared to a lot of commercial titles is undeniable. The basic premise of Galaga is extremely simple, and of course the challenge is to make it more interesting without making it necessarily goofy in the process. And what Mr. Edgar Vigdal has done is to give you different power-ups, money and bonus levels in order to spice up the tried and tested formula of Galaga. In the introduction, I deliberately let it show the different power-up icons and things like that, so I didn't necessarily have to describe them, but the coins you pick up after each set of levels, you will walk to a shop where you can spend those coins on power-ups and upgrades and slowdown, because of course you can pick up so much speed up that it makes the craft uncontrollable, so it's a nice little touch. Basically, a nice little touch is the general theme of this game. The options menu allows for 3 different difficulties of play: easy, normal and hard, 1 or 2 players, or 1 or 2 players at the same time even, and allows you to mix and match the music channels, so you can play with music or sound, or you can decide which channel is playing music and which channel is playing sound effects. The letters you can get, which of course spell extra life, or extra for an extra life. If you get a letter you already have, you get 10 credits as compensation for getting a repeat letter. That enemy was just showcased will suck up all the coins you have gathered, and if you manage to destroy it, will drop an awful lot of coins, but it is extremely durable and very hard to take down. Easiest bonus level you can enter, which is basically all about trying to get as much or as many points as you possibly can, and if you should manage to get through it, you'll get a massive score bonus. Another bonus game is the memory station, which is match 2. If you match 2 icons, you will get whatever they signify, but there are also skulls hidden on the screens that, if you pick them, will eject you from the bonus game. Graphics, I think for the game type, because I mean you can overdo it, you can definitely go and overdo it, and I think that Mr. Vigdal has tried to find a good balance between making it look fancy, modern, whatever, for the time of course, and still being easily recognizable, and I think in that regard he has managed to strike a perfect balance. The sound effects are, some of them I find a bit annoying to be honest, but by and large the sound effects are of a very good quality and they feel very appropriate for the game. different weapon sounds and explosions and picking up stuff and things like that.
Get ready.
The sound quality is very, very high. The music, he himself states that he doesn't know who the author of the music is.
Get ready.
I don't dislike it. It's not necessarily my style of music, but I will not deny that the music quality is quite high. So of course that we come to, I could mention controls, but they are what you would hope they would be. So no complaints in that regard.
Warning.
But the
Warning.
gameplay.
Warning. Warning.
For something as simple as Galaga, when I played it many years ago, I was quite surprised by all the extras the author had managed to put into the game. It definitely still feels like Galaga, but it plays so very differently, and because of the amount of weapons you can get and other things, you are encouraged to keep playing in order to get enough money to get into the shop and buy the different things. Of course, it also, saving high scores means that you can, especially if you have other people to play with, challenge yourself and others in order to get further and further into the game.
Get ready.
The first time you boot up the game, there's an options menu that will have an awful lot of different options you can set when it saves high scores, also detecting your processor, limited game, unlimited game, that kind of stuff. And overall, I have to admit, this game has a quite distinct feel of passion. Someone wanted to make a good version of Galaga and definitely put an awful lot of passion and soul into it. It's Galaga, but so much more. Is it the best Galaga version that's ever been made? Possibly not, but it's definitely the best version I have ever played, and I can't say much more than that. Thanks for watching, take care, see you next time, bye bye for now.